Hello everybody, Arwen from Even Star here. Welcome to my Facebook Live for this week, where we are talking all about letting go of the old to make room for the new. I wanted to do this topic today for a few reasons, but one of the key prompts was Valentine's Day yesterday. So you may have been one of the people in the world who would like to celebrate Valentine's Day, but perhaps didn't because you're not in a romantic relationship. Now, when I'm talking about letting go, I'm certainly not only talking about romantic relationships of the past that you need to let go of. You could need to let go of a situation, perhaps a job that you missed out on, or a holiday that you're meant to go on but didn't get to for some reason. Or it could be letting go of some other person, not a romantic partner of some kind. So it could be a friend, could be a child, could be a pet. So I don't want you to turn off if you did, lucky you, get to celebrate Valentine's Day yesterday. So the problem with not letting go of something from our past fully, and the situation is often that you think you've kind of done all the work on yourself, and you're feeling generally good, but you are wondering why change isn't happening in your life. And then there might be some little trigger, you see somebody mentioned, or just something reminds you of that situation, and you realise that actually in your heart you still are holding on to that thing that you need to let go of, or that person. So the problem is that when we are holding that space in our heart for something that we should have let go, we are not making room for the new thing to come in that is out there for you. So that is why I wanted to talk about that today. The other thing is, funnily enough, then today, the 15th, we have a beautiful, amazing new moon solar eclipse, which is bringing us in all sorts of different energy, and is all about abundance and joy, and is very much focused on relationships. And the idea of this energy is really all about the oneness of us all, that we are all one, that beautiful soar hum, I am that energy, that we are all connected energetically. We are all the same. It goes back to the science, which I always love to do. We are all made of the same energetic matter, and we are all connected. Therefore, if you do not love yourself to start with, then you are never going to be able to have a successful, loving relationship with somebody else. So this new moons are always about sowing seeds, setting intentions for something new, starting a new energetic pattern, and this one is really very powerful for doing that. So I thought this was the perfect day for doing this topic about letting go. And certainly full moons are a great time to practice letting something go, but because we have this great date of yesterday being the 14th and today being the 15th, I think that is really appropriate. And of course, for a new moon, you want to sow the new seeds. You want to put that new energy in place of the old. So we are replacing some negativity with positivity. So just wanted to briefly mention as well, Valentine's Day. I know a lot of people do poo-poo it as well, but I always think it's nice to celebrate anything positive, anything good, and love is good. It has its traditions from a pagan festival, it's thought, actually, which was to celebrate fertility. So certainly amazing how the Christian tradition, which has taken over our Western world, did often convert those pagan traditions into something for themselves. And then in the Middle Ages, it was thought to be a celebration of romantic love. Anyway, that's a bit of a sidetrack from our topic today. So what I really want to talk about is how you can help yourself to let go of something that you need to let go of. And by the way, guys, if you are there watching, please say hello. I am pretty much a novice at Facebook Live, but I think I don't know how to tell if anybody's watching me live, so please make a comment if you are, so I know you're there. Anyway, so what can you do? So there's a few things. First of all, I mentioned before the heart, and this is very much the energy that we want to deal with. So the heart chakra, so I'm always talking about the 7 energy centers, and the heart is what we're talking about here. Now, everybody recognizes the heart being associated with love, and it certainly is about giving and receiving love, but also very, very importantly, it is the energy center of being able to let go. Your heart chakra energy flow will be blocked by grief and holding on to something that has made you sad or angry or frustrated in the past. So this is the area that we need to work on energetically. The idea of that we need to let go of this sadness and loss once we've processed it. So I'm not talking about breaking up with someone yesterday and getting over it today. You need to give yourself time, and I do have a whole blog on that topic, how a broken heart is bad for your health, so you can check that out if you want to read more about that particular topic. But what you need to do to be able to then heal yourself, let that go, is certainly spending time with people or animals. Even pets are great who love you unconditionally. And the other key thing I wanted to point out here is breath. So the element for the heart is air, and breath is really, really important. So our exhalation is designed to release toxins, and that includes those emotional toxins. That's not just releasing the physical toxins from your body. And what often happens when we are holding on to grief or sadness or anger or whatever it is, we find that we are not breathing deeply. So you need to really make sure that when you are doing your exhalation, it's exhalation that's key here, but you need a big inhalation as well. So making sure you're feeling your diaphragm move, your belly is the thing that moves, not your chest and your shoulders. So making sure you do those really big sighs of energy, getting all the energy, all the air out of your lungs. If we're not breathing deeply, then we're not actually taking life in fully. And this is metaphysically associated with the fear of doing that. And that is often the case if we've been hurt or upset in some way in the past and we're holding on to that, then we are afraid of that happening again. Okay, so lungs certainly do store sadness and fear. And if you are holding on and not doing that deep exhalation, then you are not releasing what you need to release. So be aware of that. Now, the other thing is we're talking about the heart, actually physically opening your heart. So no, I don't want you to go to a heart surgeon and have your chest cut open, but just making sure you're pulling your shoulders back, having that heart directed towards the universe, directed towards the sun, the moon, whatever it is, directed towards the sky. If you do yoga, there's a lot of heart opening postures, but even if you just make sure that you get your shoulders back, you can put perhaps your hands behind your hips and really push your shoulders back and opening that chest area, which is going to create movement and energy in your heart chakra. You can actually visualize this happening, so visualizing a clockwise spinning vortex of energy. The other thing to use is affirmations. So again, feeling the energy in the heart area, and affirmations such as I am free to give and receive love unconditionally, or things about I now completely love and approve of myself might be a good one to start with. So there are other things you can use. There are essential oils and crystals that I always talk about as well, and you can check out the details on the blog that I do for this post. And you also may find that it does help to talk to somebody objective and professional and get those words out of you. So again, if we're holding on to something, we need to release the actual words that are inside of us. If you don't want to talk to someone about that, and certainly I'd encourage you to seek professional counselling on a big grief situation rather than just talking to friends or family. because it's good to have someone objective a lot of the time. So if you don't want to talk, then please write things down. You can start a journal. You can write a letter to that person that you need to let go of. I'm not suggesting you send it. Just write it. Get it out of there. This new moon is a perfect opportunity to do that as well. Write it in the light of that new moon. Put it in an envelope. Put it away and check it again later on this year. Then the other thing, of course, that I'm going to mention to you is Reiki. So Reiki is not a cognitive therapy. You do not need to be thinking about anything. You do not need to be talking about anything for your Reiki to work. So we are using universal energy to balance your body and all levels of your body, emotional and spiritual, as well as the physical and mental. And this means that you don't need to go and see a Reiki practitioner and tell them all about the situation. You can just say, look, I'm feeling like I need to let go of something from my heart space, and they will direct that energy to your heart as well as anywhere else that it's needed. So sometimes this is a great alternative if you're really feeling like perhaps even you're all talked out and you want to get some energetic balance to help you let go and bring the space open again for you to have something new come into your life, whatever that thing is. I hope that has been helpful for you, and I hope you have a lovely afternoon and a lovely rest of the week, and enjoy the beautiful energy of the new moon solar eclipse tonight. Be well.